for a 10 out of 10. 2 people voted 2 out of 12, or not a 10, I should say. So we'll see if we break our record for best league fund ranking. And then the real thing I wanted to talk about, the very important commissioner approval ranking, Zach, and I am going to divulge this because I'm just too happy to hold on to this nugget of information for the Gazette. So let's go ahead and let's let everybody know what the commission approval ranking is. 10. Thank you. 100% perfect commissioner approval ranking for the first time in Dynasty history. I'd like to thank everybody involved. All right. Enough with the applause. Thank you. I'm very proud. It was interesting. The only person was Brian, who said that he's only going to give me a 10 if I don't win the championship. Otherwise, it's a 9.5. So I'm not sure how me winning a championship has anything to do with my commissioner approval ranking. Zach, what do you think about that? Is that warning potential right there?
I think to each his own.
Okay.
Brian has his
he has
right.
his opinion. Sure. I just want to let everyone know too that just because I got the 100% perfect commission approval ranking, I am not going to level out here. I'm still going to try my hardest every year to do a great job, and next year I expect myself to do even better. So if I do just as good a job this year as next year, I shouldn't get 100%. I should do better each year. That's what I'm striving for, bitches. And I'm sure you guys will give me a nice little award, maybe a medal, maybe a nice fruit basket at the award ceremony next year. I'll look forward to that, Zach.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that.
Shh, what?
Now let's take a look into last week's results. Who kicked some ass? Who sucked?
All right, let's quickly run through last week's results. I want to maybe just talk quickly here about it. The game of the week, the Pig Newtons against Brutal. Big game. Pig Newtons put up the most amount of points in the league for the third time this year. He's won 5 in a row. Zach, anything to add there?
Yeah, Phil's got a really solid team, but can't help overlooking the fact that, he got 37 points out of his defense and 40 out of his quarterback, so you can't really count on that every week. So
Sure. Yeah, no, man, Cam Newton and Seahawks, yeah, you're right. 77 points between the two. That's pretty nasty. Scoopers against the Loggers. I clinched the number 1 seed going into the playoffs with a 132-67 victory. So good news there for me. The Alerts beat Peril 80-60.
it was a battle.
It was a battle, and actually it was a battle for the last place, and now congratulations to the Amber Alerts. They will not be finishing last in the division. That will go to the Yellow Peril, who have clinched last place. They will be purchasing half of the pizza at next year's draft. And Peril has also tied for the longest losing streak in Dynasty history, losing 11 in a row. So they could break the record next week. VIP defeated Handy Quacks 132-97. For a little while there, Zach, I thought you maybe were going to pull off the upset, but didn't work out for you.
Yeah, I gave him a little bit of a game, a little bit of a scare until Marshawn Lynch decided to go off in the 4 o'clock games.
Just went off, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Beast mode.
Goddamn Skittles. And then Soul Glow beat Hong Kong, who doesn't, 106-76. And the Rockdalian Senators, 130-118 over Bubba Gump Shrimp. Nice little, I guess you can say it was an upset, although Senators has a really good team, and he's playing his way out. He's upsetting a lot of coaches. He's offending and Joe bucking people left and right.
Yeah, I can attest watching that game with my brother. After the Jamal Charles run to start off the day, he was pretty excited, and then it kind of all went downhill from there between Adrian Peterson and Brandon Marshall, Denario Alexander, just one touchdown after another for the Senators.
Yeah. Good job, Will. Bub, sorry, you know what? We'll save that for the next segment. We're going to get into the playoff implications coming up here next.
Now, let's take a look into the future with next week's matchups.
All right, Week 15 skiing is the Tom Berkowitz Trucking Dynasty 9 regular season finale. And for the 8 teams who don't make the playoffs, it'll be their last game until next September. Zach, that's you. How do you feel about this?
Kind of glad the season's over, to be honest with you.
Yeah, already looking forward to next year, are you?
Absolutely.
All right, I don't blame you. So let's go through the slot of games real quick here, a couple of nuggets with each, and then we'll get into the playoff implications. Amber Alert's up against myself, the Riverdale Scoopers. You'd think I have this game in the bag, but you never know. If I win, I would break a Dynasty record, having 13 wins in a regular season. I need 162 points to break the Guard Dogs record of most points scored in a season. Probably not going to happen, but it's possible.
Please do.
I would love to. I'd love to do it for you and the rest of human society.
They don't deserve any records.
I'd like to erase them from existence. Not just from the Dynasty, from life. The next game is Handy Quacks against the Loggers. Not much here to talk about, Zach. I'm sorry, but let's just move on.
Yep.
VIP up against Yellow Peril. You'd think, again, VIP is going to win that game. They do need to win that game for to get into the dance more than likely. But if Peril again loses that game, that will be their 12th in a row, which would be a Dynasty record. So they're trying to avoid that. Hong Kong against the Senators. Technically, that game is for the last place in the division. They're both 6 and 8, but you would think the Senators are very much going to destroy Hong Kong. But you never know, Zach. What do you think? You think Hong Kong's got a fighting shot?
Not really, but you never know. It'd be kind of nice to see Will have to buy the pizza.
Yeah, you're rooting for him to lose, aren't you?
Well, no, yeah, kind of, a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, it's just selfishness, but
Sure.
and I think that having somebody that was in his position buying just so that they could avoid buying pizza, to me that just karma would be nice there to see him have to buy the pizza.
Well, we'll see. We will keep a little eye out on that game. Then the two big ones: Brutal up against Soul Glow. Soul Glow completely out of it. Completely failed this season, but at least they can salvage something and maybe knock Brutal out of the playoffs with a win. Brutal could score their 5,000th point in all-time history if they put up 124 points. So, big game there. And then the next game, another huge game, Bubba Gump Shrimp against the Pig Newtons. And let's get right into our playoff implications, Zach. Hit the music. All right. A long, long time ago, on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I'm not going to do that. But with this wonderful music in the background, let's attempt not to butcher, but break down the playoff implications. So, starting off with myself, Riverdale Scoopers. I am the number 1 seed. That is established. I am going to be doing the call-out video. I'm sure you're all wanting me to call you out, considering whoever I play is bound to score 300 points that week. But that is established. The next game, or the next team, the Pig Newtons. I believe if they win, they're in, right? If they win, they are the South Riverdale Division champion.
Correct.
If they lose, things get a little sticky.
Well, technically, if they win and Brutal wins, and Brutal outscores them by 180 points, then...
Okay. So in other words...
Let's be realistic.
Let's be realistic here. Let's not throw this crazy point totals at us. This is all under the disclaimer that nothing crazy is going to happen from a point-scoring standpoint. So if Phil loses, he needs some help. He would drop down to 10 and 5.
Making
then,
Bubba 10 and 5 because he beat Phil.
Right. So then it would come between them. It would come down to the points, and they're pretty close right now.
9-point differential.
9-point differential going into the week. Again, then it kind of depends on what happens with Brutal and VIP, although we can all assume VIP is going to win.
Yeah.
With Bubba Gump, he needs to win, right?
Correct.
If he loses, is he out? Definitely if he loses?
If he loses, pretty much. He would need
VIP to lose. And
So
that's not going to happen.
We're going on the assumption that that's not going to happen, so...
Okay, Zachary. Well, that means that Bubba needs to win and
outscore
VIP.
He's leading by 2 points at this juncture.
So, wow. So, 2 points. This shit may come down to 1 goddamn yard. And then Brutal Deluxe. If he wins, then I believe he's in.
He's in if he wins.
Wins it, but the division is still up for grabs, depending on what happens with Phil and Bubba.
Well, if he wins and Phil loses, he's the division champion.
Yes.
If they both win, like we said before, he'd have to